to have a strong reality, you need to free yourself from things that trigger you. I'm sure you've heard this term, right? Get triggered. You'll probably, everyone talks about this now. Go on YouTube, you'll see crazy reactions, right? People getting triggered. What is someone getting triggered? It's when you could say your response is disproportionate to reality. When something inside of you that you've suppressed or repressed gets poked at. For example, a past traumatic experience. People get triggered when it comes to social anxiety, a lot of fear around putting yourself out there. That's you getting triggered. Right? Like if any of you here, if I'm like, hey, say I were to pick one of you at random to come up here and sing a song for 30 seconds. Guaranteed just the thought, you're probably like, oh, no, please don't pick me, right? And guaranteed, some of you, if I brought you up here, you'd be shaking and about to pee your pants. Now, is that reaction appropriate to reality? Yes or no?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Right? Does feeling like you're about to die, is that appropriate to reality in a situation like this? No. If you come up here, nothing's going to happen to you. You're not going to die. So why is it that you react that way? Disproportionate response to reality linked to some kind of past traumatic experience. That there you must audit. That's a very obvious one. Another way people get triggered is through breakups. You'll see people run years, if not decades later from a breakup, still talking about that. Right? And you can audit this, by the way, in other people. It's usually easier to see in others, and then you can turn the mirror around on you. But look at people and ask yourself, what are some things that, they just might loop on for a long period of time, right? They loop on through the years, always back to this one topic, or this one person, or this one relationship, or this one thing. Sure, right? A breakup, there's a grieving process, but it shouldn't run you forever. Disproportionate response to reality. Also what, if you're familiar with the work of Eckhart Tolle, it's known as a pain body attack. Right? So you can think of it as there's like these invisible chains, right, that just trigger you left and right, and people usually will either design their lives in a way to avoid getting triggered altogether, right? They shelter themselves, they live a very sheltered life, or they try to numb themselves to when they get triggered, also known as progressive desensitization, right? Let's just numb ourselves and power through. And the third way, and this is the way that really works, is you let go. The day you're no longer triggered is the day you're free. And then you also hear that famous saying, right? It's like if you don't have a plan for yourself, someone else has a plan for you. We always think it's another person. We think it's the government, right? You want to know who has a plan for you? Past trauma. You don't process that, that's going to run you, okay? And then it gets really scary because not just that, but it also hijacks your focus and colors your reality, and you become more and more entrenched in this comfort zone of inauthenticity. It's absolutely insane.